Hey, everybody. Welcome to Shelter on Base. I have a couple friends with me, Kuiper, Therese Vinal, Anthony Garcia, and I'm Carmen Kiew. We thought the last episode was our last episode, but, we just fly by the seat of our pants and we wanted to talk about the World Series. So here we are. Before we dive into it, I obviously want to tell you to like and subscribe the channel because apparently even we don't know when we're going to release a video. So,
like this episode.
Exactly. If you want to know, then you better smash that button.
Yeah.
But just make sure you do that if you want to know when we release. Who knows what we might get up to over the winter meetings, things like that. So make sure to do that. Let's clear the bases. I think it's fairly obvious what we want to talk about first, which is Dodgers and Rays are in the World Series.
Whoa.
It's official. What are our thoughts, feelings, concerns?
I really thought the Braves were going to do it. I was really thinking, especially since the Rays pulled it out, and I was like, okay, this is the year for like Major League Baseball to freak out that they have none of their like major ratings drawing teams that are going to be in it. Let's just get weird. It's a weird year. Let's make it happen. Even though the Braves haven't really been a weird team this year, but what were they up 3-1 in the series?
We're familiar with that, aren't we?
Yeah.
They blew it.
Triggered.
Triggered by a 3-1.
Blew it. I'm kidding. I don't know. Especially if you're a Giants fan, I think we can all agree, like, no one wants to see the Dodgers in the World Series. That's one more series closer to a championship. But if they're going to win a championship, let's make it an asterisk year. Why not?
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. I give no respect to anybody who wins this year. Like, what did you really win? Like, you barely played enough games. You probably played a handful of 7-inning games. You put a man on second for extra innings. Like, I kind of don't respect it. But at least we can say the Astros, it's not another Dodgers-Astros fiasco, right?
That would have been so 2020. Just like the worst case scenario for everyone.
I just didn't want to hear the Astros talking about it more. Like, look at us now. Look at us now. I was sick
pretending like they're these
players.
Scrappy underdogs who like are hated for no reason. It's like,
no, there's a reason why people hate you. People hate you because you cheated. Like, I don't know why everyone dislikes us, because you cheated. That's why no one likes you. And it's just, when you get caught, just wear it. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, yeah, we sucked. It sucked. It happened, whatever. But to gloat about it afterwards is like, you're going about it all wrong, dude. Like,
or to be like, why does everyone come after us, haters? You haters, blah. Yes, people hate you because you cheated and you didn't get the wrath of it that you should have this year because of COVID. Like, there was no one to boo you, no one to like make fun of you.
I'm still dying at how like they're still trying to pretend they didn't cheat. Like, Altuve being like, I just got a new tattoo. Like, get out of here. Like, no, absolutely not. Nobody believes it. At least come up with some sort of story that's better than that.
Yeah. Watching him struggle has been a little bit cathartic, though. Like, he was just throwing errors all over the field, looking sad the entire series. Like, I almost got to the point of feeling bad for Altuve, and I had to like slap myself.
That's karma.
And the stats all prove it. Their numbers are all down, and it's like, well, yeah, because they're not freaking cheating. But I will say my takeaway is, I know we were all complaining when this season started about how they're expanding the playoffs and there's 16 teams and there's 8 per league, and somehow the Giants still didn't get in the freaking playoffs. But all that complaining we did, I remember we were complaining about is a bastardized season, a bastardized playoffs. And the 2 teams we get in the World Series are the number 1 seed in the National League and the number 1 seed in the American League. It's the first time that's happened since 2013. So we did, and what a great microcosm for life. We complained and bitched and moaned for months about how this is stupid, this playoff format is stupid, and we got the top 2 teams anyway. So we all complained for nothing.
I still think it's stupid. I still think it's stupid. Just for what it's worth.
It is stupid, but we went through all that just to get the top 2 teams in each league playing each other anyway.
That's true. I'll give you that. Although I do want to point out that we did make a little wager.
We did.
Which team would make it further? And I'm sorry, can you guys remind me who?
Oh, no one likes a braggart, Carmen. Jeez.
I like a braggart, and I like me. It was me, bitch. I picked the Atlanta Braves. And I picked it mostly because of Pablo Sandoval, but also because lack of options really for me. But I surprisingly, and I didn't even think it would happen because the Braves are going to barve all the time, but I went the furthest. I'm actually shocked. Are y'all? Like, the Padres really just petered out. Like, I never thought they would go down so easily.
Embarrassing.
I'm so disappointed in them. What did we call them? It wasn't Slam Diego.
Mash Diego.
Mash Diego.
Yeah,
You all aren't Slam Diego now. You're Mash Diego. You got mashed.
I mean, what do I win, guys? We used to do bagel, pizza. We've done it all. What do I get?
I guess we're gonna have to pitch in and have like DoorDash bring you some burgers.
Yeah,
or something.
there you go.
Yeah, I love that. Give me Shake Shack.
Oh no, we'll do
Shack.
chicken fingers from that one place.
Yes, Soma
I
pizza.
don't think I've ever seen you get so excited.
I haven't had those chicken fingers since the beginning of quarantine when I sent you all the picture that I was eating them.
Well, what's that place called so people know what we're talking about?
Soma Pizza.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That place is
they are still open. I walk by there every now and again when I'm at work at NBC Sports Bay Area. But the guy who I love him, the guy who works the register and I think like owns it or part owns it, he wasn't wearing a mask. And I was like, come on, buddy. Like, it's COVID. You're working with food. You're working with the public. Like, but you should probably put a mask on.
Of course, he wants everybody safe, but he loves seeing people out enjoying it.
We will get
Can
to
we
that,
get to that
Cole.
now? Can we just get to that? Can we
Yeah, all right. Let's talk about Dum Longoria.
Hey, I didn't say that. I didn't come out of my mouth.
What is your end game, my dude? For everybody who doesn't know, Longoria tweeted basically that, of course, I want to see everyone safe, but I love seeing people out enjoying life without a mask. Okay, I understand potentially thinking that in your head, right? Like, I think we all would like to go back.
But actually, like, writing it out and then being like, this is a great idea. Send.
That's what I'm saying. What is your end game, Evan Longoria? What is your end game? What was
so much negative reaction to that too? Like, what was he thinking?
But a lot of positive reaction, which I'm like, who are you people? Like, yeah, Evan, thanks so much for speaking up against us people who don't want to wear masks. Oh my God. It's like the worst. I don't know why I go into the
Anthony, what were you going to tweet, but you chickened out tweeting? I'm calling you out now.
Yeah, you were calling you
You
out.
guys always call me out. What is the point of me censoring myself on Twitter if you're just going to make me say, here, damn you guys. I was going to say, of course I want everyone safe, but I love seeing people out not wearing their seatbelt when they I'm going to try to defend Evan Longoria, even just for fun, even if I don't really believe it. I think what he was trying to say is that he pines for a pre-COVID era when there was no virus and none of us had to wear masks and we could all see each other and hug each other and be with people we love. But the reason why we can't have nice things is because people who share his sentiment of, oh, you don't have to wear a mask, aren't wearing masks and aren't slowing the spread. So that's what I think he meant.
He did backtrack the very next day. And he tweeted, let's be clear, people. I wear my mask everywhere. I just wish we didn't need to. # trigger warning. # I like seeing people smile.
I'm going to undefend him. I'm going to undefend him because that's bullshit. Like, to say # trigger warning.
The trigger warning is like you're trying to.
Yeah, right there. He's making a lot of people. Then also, if it is true what you were saying, Anthony, he just wants things to get back to normal.
That's what I got.
That's not how you say it. Yeah. Like, I wish we didn't have to wear a mask. Thirdly, if you are a public figure with a big following, you have a responsibility to not tweet those things. That is your responsibility. You have a platform. Shut the fuck up.
Are you listening, Cole? She's talking to you.
No, Cole is like so much better on Twitter than I am, and I work at Twitter. So, but no, I don't accept. But like, even his apology was like,
it wasn't really an apology.
It wasn't an apology.
No, if you put trigger warning on your apology, it is 0% an apology.
Yeah, you might as well have said nothing. So I just felt like it was condescending. It was unhelpful. And it was basically just he's just frustrated with the situation, but like keep that shit to yourself.
We're all
are
frustrated by it. Yeah.
You think we all want to wear masks and we all want to stay away from our friends and we all want to get nasal swabs? Nobody wants it. But here we are because of a Cheeto in office. Okay. So next question. We can move on now. Unless anybody else has something to add.
No, I think you said it all.
Sorry, I always feel like we talk about these topics and then I just scream for 5 minutes and then you guys are just like, okay.
That was Carmen's rant. Let's move on.
Yeah, I feel like you said everything that needed to be said.
Yeah. I put one thing in this rundown because I thought it was an interesting thing to talk about. Obviously, as a Giants fan, we love postseason Kershaw, right? We love postseason Kershaw because
favorite version
Kershaw
of any
is
person
nothing like regular season Kershaw. I mean, the man is coming in for game 4 and he has never lost to the Braves in his career, regular season and postseason. He allowed 7 hits, 4 earned runs in 5+ innings. He only allowed 1 through 5 innings and then imploded in the 6th. I mean, I think we all know the meme that circulates whenever he's doing bad. It's him in the dugout and he's like,
that was my cover photo on Twitter for a while, and then I think Carmen made me change it.
But I wanted to bring this up not only to this.
Like, they're so mean, and I'm like, oh, fine.
I wanted to bring this up not only one because we all love just hating on the Dodgers. That's just part of being a Giants fan. But let's for a minute pretend he's not a Dodger. Okay, take that away. Do you feel bad for this guy? He is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is an amazing regular season pitcher, and he has got himself in some sort of mental funk when it comes to postseason baseball.
Yeah, I 1000% feel bad for him. Like even in the Dodgers uniform, I feel so bad for Kershaw because like this is the kind of thing he's going to be remembered for.
Yeah.
Like when we're old, it'll be like, oh, Kershaw, we got to see him pitch and he was so great. But remember how he was so bad during the postseason every year, And like maybe if the Astros hadn't cheated, that'd have been the year he got out of his funk.
Yeah.
So throw that on the pile. But I definitely do. I feel so bad for him. I know he's a millionaire and he's on our rivals. And like, there's so many reasons why you just don't feel bad for the guy. But it sucks to see him out there. Like my ideal Dodgers postseason is him throwing like 5 gems in the playoffs and then botching it on offense.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, I think everyone feels bad for him because they were positioning that outing as like, good job, Kershaw. And it's like, wait, no. Like, are we just trying to make him feel better at this point? Like, I just feel like everybody's on the same page, whether you're a Giants fan or not. You feel bad for a guy who is so good. He's so good. It's crazy. But when he hits the postseason, he just turns into a little puddle of poop. And I don't understand what happens mentally to him, but it's really sad to watch. I don't enjoy, although I do like to meme. So it's a double-edged sword,
I'm going to be the asshole of the group. I do not feel bad. Clayton, you know what? This is what happens sometimes. Sometimes he is, and this is kind of a backhanded compliment, he is the greatest regular season pitcher of his generation. And I'm going to take a Giants slant, of course, because I'm the homer of the group. I think it makes what Madison Bumgarner did in 2014 and throughout his playoff career even better. There's a difference between being really good in the regular season and being really good in the playoffs. And there is a difference. And you just need to hit that extra gear. And as great as Clayton Kershaw is, he never got it done in the playoffs. Clayton Kershaw is, you said it, Therese, first ballot Hall of Famer, probably one of, if not the best pitcher of his generation. And someone like Madison Bumgarner, who's probably not going to the Hall of Fame, is going to be remembered for that clutch gene, single-handedly carrying the Giants to the 2014 title. Some players have it, some players don't. He's going to go down as one of the greats of all time. And if he choked in the playoffs, I mean, I feel like the good is probably going to eventually outweigh the bad for him when people remember Kershaw, but you can't be great at everything. And if you're the great in the regular season and you're not in the playoffs, well, womp womp. Sorry, you couldn't get it done. That was me.
Womp
Hey,
womp.
Carmen, you're
That's
running
what
off.
Anthony has to say to Clayton Kershaw. Womp
Don't
womp.
blame your negativity on me,
Womp womp.
okay, Anthony? You bring that to yourself.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta own it. You're right.
You gotta
Sorry,
own it. You can't
Clayton
just,
Kershaw, you're great, but you're no Madison Bumgarner.
I mean, Madison Bumgarner has a dad bod and can't do anything right now. So, like what can you say? Like, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. You do what you can do, and that's it.
I saw a tweet asking last week if you could become a baseball player and have one of those two guys' careers. Who do you
That's
pick?
a great question.
Wait, Bumgarner or Kershaw?
Yeah, do you pick like becoming a Cy Young Hall of Famer, or do you pick 3 rings?
3 rings.
3 rings.
I'm going 3 rings.
The rings come with bonus money. That's the thing too.
I'm not even thinking that. I'm just thinking you're a legend in that city for forever. Like,
I agree. And then Kershaw.
Maybe it's a city he doesn't ever want to come back to.
Separate issue.
I think they said Kershaw starting game 1, right? He's starting Tuesday, I think is what I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sad because I see like when he was scratched for a game, everybody's like, "Oh, he's scared," and I was like, "Oh, I feel bad." Like, imagine
just people on Twitter being stupid.
But like, those are real
people on Twitter aren't stupid. What are you thinking, Anthony? Never.
Well, there's something I want to talk about as it relates to the postseason and the World Series, which is that fans are allowed inside the bubble. Here's a question.
Dumb.
A bubble for if you're going to let people in the bubble.
It kind of erases the point of the bubble.
But it feels weird, like, because they're all spaced out. It almost looks like, oh, fans are there, but no one cares about baseball. So this is the only people that we could draw in.
Yeah, it looks like a Marlins game.
It does look like a Marlins game. I went last year and I was like, yikes, this is what a Marlins game. And 50% of those people, mask over here, right here, right here.
They got dicked out for sure.
Right. Nose out mask.
Under the
I
nose.
just know it. I don't like it. Does anybody agree that this was the right move?
To me, it just I don't know if right or wrong. I think we know corporations and companies and leagues are going to do whatever they can get away with. But to me, it doesn't even seem fun. I feel like part of the reason of going to the baseball, like I'm trying to think, how many random strangers have you high-fived at a baseball game? Like hundreds, if not. I've hugged some people I've never met before, never saw them again. I've like hugged them after home runs. Like part of the experience of going to a game, especially in the playoffs, is community and being communal and yelling and cheering and hugging and high-fiving and, sharing a urinal with 6 other people. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that. Well, if you're a woman, you can't. Well, I guess you could use the urinal if you're a woman.
How dare you tell women what they can?
You're right. You use that urinal.
Like, where are we going here?
Use that urinal. But the point of, especially any sporting event, especially in the playoffs, when you're rooting on your team, is it's community, right? It's communal, and you can't do it. It doesn't even seem fun. It's not something I would want to do. Even if I could do it, I wouldn't want to do it.
I do kind of like the neutral site, though. I thought that made it interesting this year, and it would have been interesting to see if you allowed fans to come, kind of like Cole doesn't know about football bowl games, but it's like a bowl game, Cole, where it's a neutral site and teams have to come there and they bring their fans there and they still show up. So
and they go bowling.
I just mansplained bowl games to you.
Go bowling, Cole.
I don't understand. I thought I knew a little bit about football, but I did not know bowling was involved.
This is an interesting conversation. After COVID is over in the year 2046, would you be down for like a neutral site World Series? I feel like that would be kind of fun if they put it in a fun city like
for a while. Yeah, I think Game 1 of the World Series should be hosted by the city that hosted the All-Star game.
That'd be kind of cool. Like, we get to go to Miami for a week, or
exactly.
Put it in New Orleans, or if it's like, I guess
it's like the Super Bowl then, where it's a neutral site, it's a destination, and then like your fans come in and infiltrate the area, and then you can see which one actually has a good following or not.
I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
My only beef with it though is that I feel like baseball is the only sport where home stadiums are almost part of the advantage or part of the team, because
that's true.
The stadium is built differently. So I feel like you would lose that obviously at a neutral site, but I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I don't know. I'm open to it. I mean, at this point, they've changed so much that I'm like, just do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
do what you want. Leave me be.
Put 5 outfielders out there. Why not? Who cares?
Yeah, just do whatever you want at this point. Are there rules? Who cares? It just feels arbitrary to me. So, I mean, I'm open to changes like that because then it kind of neutralizes home field advantage. I don't know if you see that as a plus or a minus, but I think it can go both ways, you know?
Well,
Well, someone always has to have one game extra advantage to them, right? If there's 7 games, that's not even. So at least like with a neutral site, it's even no matter what. And then we also don't have to like wait for games because they got to travel back and forth. And maybe that's wearing on them, but suck it up. You're professional athletes.
And you're flying first. You're flying like a charter plane. You're not like going through luggage. You're not.
But also like
you're not checking in.
Think of the gram. Like when you clinch and you're not in your, like, it's so picturesque when it's either on the enemy territory or, you know what I mean? It's like capturing in a way. So I lean towards no, but I'm not like, it's not like something I would never consider. I just think, not that I'm making choices for the MLB.
Yeah.
I'm not on the board.
Well, you would still have like viewing parties back in their cities. I mean, the Giants never clinched at home. So it wasn't like a big like celebration.
They clinched the pennant.
Well, yeah,
sorry,
not the
World Series. Mm-hmm. Sorry, they did not.
But I'm saying, like, that was a cool moment. Like, I remember them running around the field, high-fiving the fans with the Coke bottle in the background, and like that was really cool. So like, I can see that being, I don't know, important to some, you know, and just like being comfortable and the players being comfortable in your clubhouses and blah blah blah. At this point, COVID, obviously, that's not even a consideration because nobody's comfortable probably to a certain degree. But, you know, I like the idea of putting teams in their home ballparks. Also, if you're the higher seed, then you get the advantage, you know, so you work towards something. Otherwise, do the records even really matter, you know, at the end of the season? I don't know.
Well, if you're allowing 8 teams in, no, they don't.
Yeah, clearly not.
You get in with a sub 500 record.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to point out that there are some former players that are reuniting off the field. We saw Javi Lopez and Ryan Vogelsong winning a golf tournament together. Is
wow.
That right? I don't know much about golf, but that sounds cool.
It makes sense that pitchers are good at. It seems to be pitchers are always like
it's super into golf. Like probably because they have the most time. Right?
Yeah, I think they have the most days off.
Also just like it's the way they're wired. I don't know. My husband's a golfer and he's like buddies with the guys that are pitchers that are like that also are golfers too. And I think they're just all kind of wired.
I loved her caption where she said these two still finding ways to win in October, which I
know. I was like, Nicole Vogelsong. I love you.
We love her.
I love you and miss you.
I know, I miss you so much. She's the best.
Great caption. I really enjoyed that caption.
And have you tried hitting a golf ball ever? It's really hard. The ball is so tiny.
It sucks. It's hard.
Can I tell you guys a quick golf and baseball story?
Please.
Yes.
Okay. So when my dad was playing with the Giants, the manager, I want to say it was Frank Robinson, banned the players from golfing. I think he thought it would mess up their batting swing if they were practicing their golf swing. But naturally, everyone golfed anyways. And one of their new guys, I guess, could get them on a really exclusive course on the peninsula. I don't remember which one. I think it was in Monterey. But Mike Krukow hit a hole-in-one and was in the newspaper, and that's how we got outed to Frank Robinson, and they all got in trouble.
That's pretty good.
Leave it to Krukow to make that happen.
I know, right?
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the Sandlot. Every time they hit a home run, they lose a ball.
Yeah.
It's like you weren't supposed to hit a home run, you idiot.
That's a pretty good story. Cole is also telling a story how he played with a blind kitten this morning, and I was like, you better keep that away from your dad.
Yeah, no. He's got 3 cats with 3 eyes.
Well, okay, hold on. Does each have 1, or does one have 2? One
has 2, one has 1, one has 0. It's kind of like the cycle for eyes.
Oh my God, you just need to find a cat with 4 eyes. You think you could do it?
He is hit for the cat cycle.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that.
Keeping an eye out.
I just want to finish off our show by talking about what everybody's been doing since baseball kind of ended. It's for the Giants. It's ended quite a while ago. So has that freed up your time? What has everybody been up to?
I went to Fort Funston this weekend, which was a blast.
I saw that. That looked fun.
Yeah. I've just been hanging in there, watching more playoff baseball than I expected to with the Giants not in it. Usually I don't really tune in too much for non-Giants playoff games, but I've actually been getting into it.
One of the things I found interesting is that I think I was reading in the New York Times or one of the newspapers. It was explaining that ratings for live sports this year has gone down, actually, for live, like the playoffs, for the NBA finals.
The NBA was down, yeah.
The NBA was down, and so they're like the award shows are down, things like that. So it's makes you wonder. People are at home doing nothing. Is it just like we're oversaturated right now because there were so many sports all at once that came back at the same time? Like I had a hard time on Sunday because I was going back and forth between Game 7 and the Niners and the Rams. I was like, oh, I need like picture in picture here, or I need one on my computer and one on one on the TV or something. So maybe it was something like that where you feel like you have to choose between one and the other because you can't watch everything.
Interesting. That's interesting.
I feel like that applies to me. I definitely watch way less baseball this year. And I think it's just like, I feel like the thing with me is that I am preoccupied with other things. Like I don't necessarily want to watch. Baseball is just also really different this year. Like it's a reminder of how different things are. Sports in general, like no fans in stands. Like it's just a constant reminder of the situation that we're in. And I technically would like to escape that, not be reminded of that. So that's kind of why I choose to watch different types of content at this point.
That's
play the games that you play.
I'm like that, but I'm like that, but with college football. Like I usually watch college football on Saturday, but I feel so bad because like they're not getting paid. They're risking their health for essentially nothing. And so I feel guilty watching college football. So I haven't been watching a lot of college football. And I wonder if that's how people feel about just live sports in general. I feel not as bad watching pro sports because they're getting paid and they know the risks. But I wonder if kind of that's how people feel, is if they like kind of what you said, it's kind of a reminder, right, of what's going on, and they need to escape that. But
I think people have big time screen fatigue too. You're doing everything on Zoom. You're in front of a screen all day. Sometimes at the end of the day, the last thing you want to do is spend more screen time.
Yeah, I agree with that. Anybody else doing anything fun?
I'm almost done with Parks and Rec.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the last.
Literally almost done with Parks and Rec.
I've been watching Parks and Rec for so long. Chris Traeger's been gone for like a whole season. I haven't seen Chris Traeger in so long. But should we tell people? I think we should have this conversation. We
can get into this
in our group chat.
I just think it's interesting that it's the two guys versus the two girls.
One of the most heated conversations ever in the Triples Alley Shelter on Base group chat. It wasn't about, Pablo Sandoval. It wasn't about the Dodgers. It was about frickin' Parks and Rec and whether or not we like Leslie Knope or not. And the guys said no, and the girls said yes. I can go without Leslie. She kind of sucks.
No, she doesn't. She's relatable. And she has flaws, but she's a really good person. And I think that's what makes her likable and like the kind of star of the show.
She is relatable and she's always makes up for it, right? She always makes up for it and does well.
And she owns up to the fact that she is a bulldozer and she is like this. So it's at least like this character like identifies the fact of her flaws and she tries to at least make amends in some ways that she possibly can. But Anthony, what I really want to know, do powerful women really intimidate you? No. Is that what this is? Where's your wife? Bring her in the room.
No, first you tell us we can't be in your room, and now you're saying this. It's almost like you
I just meant like physically it might be hard for you to use a urinal, maybe.
You can do anything.
Well,
just ain't life.
The next group chat's gonna have to be the Jim Halpert one, because fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, that's a rough one.
Did you watch I loved him in the beginning, and then towards the end, I was like, "What a big weenie!"
Yeah.
Me? Oh, I don't know.
So Cole, did you watch The Office like in real time, or did you watch it like, after?
I watched it like in the dorms, like all the way.
Okay, same. So I've noticed the people that watch The Office later on and have binged it, they have hot takes like, "Yo, Pam sucks," or like, "Yo, Jim actually sucks." And I wonder if that's how I sound as a Parks and Rec person. Like, "Hey, Leslie sucks." Like,
I think, yeah, you do. I think as the season, because it was a long standing show with The Office, and they just kept trying to force the story. Once Pam and Jim got married, you're like, great, okay, this is over. But they kept like forcing that story further along. That's where I was like, this is when you're probably like, oh, Pam, oh, Jim, like.
Yeah. I feel that there's also, I bet the guys haven't seen it, but Carrie on Sex and the City, everybody hates her. She's a terrible friend, so like it's just one of those things where I think like in retrospect you're like, wait, this person was pretty terrible. But I think you're wrong about Leslie. I really love her. I think she's great.
she means well and she always saves the day, but it's because she put herself in a bad
Would you be friends with her?
I would love working with her.
Would you be friends with her? Because you basically are me.
I was gonna say, Carmen is basically Leslie Knope.
Well,
how do you not know this?
This is something we said in the group chat, is that she's the competent Michael Scott. She's Michael Scott, just but good at her job.
She's good at her job.
Awful.
Carmen is basically like Asian Leslie Knope. Have you not noticed this? Like Carmen sends you gifts for no reason, like happy friendiversary, like the most thoughtful person ever. But then she'll be like, I'm going to put you in your place. You better eat this food. Do not eat that rice cold. You better eat it warmed up.
Oh my God. I forgot how mad I would get when I would get you Panda Express and you would try to eat it at room temp. It would like make me
She yelled
mad.
at me. Anthony, she yelled at me. It was very Leslie Knope-ish. But you know what I did? I let her heat it up for me and I ate it.
There you go. And she even heated it up for you. That's love. That's love.
Because I was so infuriated. But that's the thing. Like, yes, I like things done a certain way, but it's because I think you'll be happier later.
Carmen, can you start to work in like Anne compliments into our friendship?
you beautiful tropical fish. Yes, fucking absolutely.
Anthony, when you do get done with Parks and Rec, you should start up Schitt's Creek like Cole over here did.
I haven't started either.
Multiple people have told me that I need to start watching Schitt's Creek. That might be next.
It's just like The Office and Parks and Rec, where you gotta get through season 1, where it's just like awkwardness and kind of like, okay, what's building up here? Because then once you get through season 1, it is just fucking hilarious.
How many seasons was Schitt's Creek?
6?
Oh, that's not that many. Oh, that's not that many.
No,
Is
it
it
goes by
an hour or
really
30?
fast. Huh?
It's 30.
30.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's nothing.
30-minute shows are a breeze. You watch like 3 of them in a night.
Yeah.
It's like you just mow
I should start it. I just haven't. I feel like now it's too late, but I can. No, okay, all right.
No. It's never too late. Jump on the bandwagon. It's fun.
Carmen, tell us about the project you've been working on.
Yeah, I can say a little bit about it. I am not going to position it as a sweepstakes.
Just going to blatantly say that.
It's just
Carmen,
a thing
tell us
that we're
about the
doing.
sweepstakes you've been working on.
It's not a sweepstakes.
What can we win?
Thing that baseball's doing. We're obviously Twitter is a place where a lot of baseball fans hang out during games. So obviously a nice place for MLB to do some fun stuff, and that's kind of where the program Free Baseball came up. We're basically printing your tweets on balls that have been used during World Series BP, so they could be photographed in the ballpark. They could be maybe sent to you. I don't know, but it's basically like you couldn't be there, so we're going to make sure that you're there. That's kind of idea. And it's pretty cool. Like I came up the hashtag. I'm pretty proud of myself because it's got the double. I don't know. I thought it was okay, right? Free baseball, but like free baseball. Okay. And I think it's just exciting to see something that you pitched turn into an actual thing that's happening that like people who don't know you are tweeting about. Like it's very fulfilling. So,
so use the hashtag free baseball, everybody.
Yeah. Use the hashtag free baseball. You don't know what could happen.
Because it's a sweepstakes. So
you're literally going to get me flagged for like, please stop. I would like to keep my job.
I'm sorry.
Carmen.
Please don't fire Carmen. We're just making fun.
No, we're clowning. We're teasing. We don't want to.
How funny for Carmen to lose her job. Hilarious.
Carmen, do you know if Hunter was able to play video games with AOC today?
Wait, what?
Oh, was she playing games?
Yeah,
He wanted to.
Is going to start streaming Among Us, and he play with her, and he was like one of the first people to respond.
Oh my
wants to
God.
raise awareness for voting. Yeah.
I should ask. If you guys don't know about Among Us, it's like the best game ever. It's hilarious. I tried to get Cole in on some games.
Let's play tonight.
I mean, we could.
You guys got to stream it. You guys got to go on Twitch.
I mean,
Anthony, you can play it on your phone. That's what I do. So we can all just like hop on right after.
Is this the zombie one or no?
Have you played what? No. So it's not Phasmophobia. I know what you're thinking of. That's not the one. It's basically a murder mystery game, but it's not a murder mystery game. It's way simpler than that. Basically, you have 10 people on a ship together. They're little aliens. 2 of you are imposters, and you try to kill all your crewmates.
Oh, this is tight. This sounds cool.
Yeah, and your crewmates, like if you're a crewmate, you're basically like trying to do tasks on the ship without getting killed, obviously. And when you're in gameplay, you're muted. So you can't tell anybody anything. You can't like communicate. And the only time you talk is when a body is found or when a meeting is called. And then you like
vote someone off the island, right?
Yeah, you can vote.
Everybody sounds really dope.
Yeah, you basically, it's a game of like lying. So you're like saying like, I was, doing wires in cafeteria and I saw Hunter run by and then this body was found there. So like, I think it's Hunter. And
I think AOC did it.
Yeah, you. So it's
Bet Evan Longoria thinks that AOC did it.
Well, we play. Hunter streams 3 to 7 on Friday Among Us, but he always ends up playing till 2 a.m. So like after a lot of the big streamers hop off, we hop in. So Friday nights, if I text you, y'all should play with us because it's
all right.
Oh, I've seen this cartoon. That's what this is. Okay, I've seen this all the time on social media. Okay.
Hunter's favorite thing is being like, Carmen did it. And I'm like, I was just fucking doing wires. Like, what are you talking about? He always says that I sound sus, and I always think he sounds sus. So like,
I feel like you'd be a good liar, Carmen.
I'm very adamant. Yes, I will. Yes, I've definitely killed and then been like, Hunter did it. So yeah, one time I killed him, or no, I killed in front of him and then convinced everybody that he maybe did it, and they're like, okay, we're not going to vote. And then the next round I killed him. That's what you get.
You killed Hunter Pence. You killed
me all the time whenever I get the chance.
Two-time World Series champion, just killing him off.
He deserves it. Just kidding. He's very sweet. Anyways, on that note, play Among Us, watch Parks and Rec, watch Schitt's Creek.
Vote Carmen out. She did it.
Vote Carmen out.
I'm always sus.
Subscribe,
And we may I don't know, hop on and do a check-in after the World Series, depending on how that goes.
We may just pivot to a Parks and Rec podcast.
Yeah, if there's other content outside of baseball you want to hear, we can talk about that too.
We'll do a show live from Therese's delivery room. I cannot wait for that show. We will be live, shelter in the OR, shelter in the maternity ward. It's going to be great.
Shelter from outside the hospital. They won't let you in.
Just bring your laptop into the room. It'll be
perfect. Great. Yes, that's exactly. Yeah. Well,
that's exactly what she wants.
I'll live tweet that. Oh my God.
On that.
All right. Can I just? We occasionally show each other's pets when they're being weird. Can I just show y'all what my dog has been looking like?
You see up a little.
Go up. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he was laying on his back. Like sprawled eagle.
Oh,
spread eagle. He was like, "Come and get it, ladies."
Pay me like one of your French girls.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's embarrassed. Now you should be.
You embarrassed him.
He was pretty much doing the Zoom dick pose, like this New Yorker guy.
Yo, that story is crazy. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
Should we talk about that for a second?
This like staff writer at the New Yorker, I guess, just like started jerking it on Zoom, thinking if he muted himself, his camera would be off too.
Oh no!
Yeah.
He couldn't wait until like he wasn't on Zoom.
What is it about work that makes you go, you know what I want to do right now? I know I want to.
About works makes me want to do that.
I'm in a Zoom meeting, but you know what? I don't really want oh man, that's the last thing I'm
Why did you want to talk about that nasty thing right before I'm doing
Cole
an
brought it
outro?
up.
Let me show you my dog again. Let's go back to a dog.
Teresa's dog was doing it.
No, it was not.
Sexy
Don't put
dog
that on my
photo.
dog.
Oh, good times. What a diverse episode this. We talked about everything. This is where you come for these types of conversations, people.
Yeah.
We should do a no sports discussion allowed episode.
Yeah,
I'd go for
I
that.
would love that. That's like my regular life. That's just Carmen every day. No sports allowed right now. Can I do my outro now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
great.
done.
Thank you guys so much for watching our bullshit. Always join us again. Like, subscribe. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can download us there. And we will see you, I don't know, sometime soon.
Whenever.
Okay.
Put Barry in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, God.